New research suggests Britain has become a prime destination for Iranian migrants crossing the Channel, raising serious questions about border security and national safety. And this is not a theoretical concern.
Since January 2022, with police partners, we have responded to 20 Iran-backed plots presenting potentially lethal threats to British citizens and UK residents.
20 Iran-linked plots thwarted on British soil since 2022. That's the warning from MI5, which says the Iranian regime poses a growing threat here in the UK, with fears the Ayatollah's regime could exploit weaknesses in the asylum system. Many will ask, if Britain cannot control who is entering the country, how can it protect the people already here? Well, I'm joined now by the author of the report, Barak Seener, Associate Research Fellow at the Henry Jackson Society. Barak, thank you very much for coming in. Can you tell me what your research has found?
There's an enormous influx of Iranian men of fighting age that are arriving on small boats to UK shores. Just last year alone, nearly 5,000 Iranians arrived by small boats. Over 640 Iranian nationals came in via clandestine means, and another 450 came in without any relevant documentation alone. Now, in the last 7 years, over 30,000 Iranian migrants entered the country via small boats. Now, if I extend that time frame between 2015 and 2025, over 67,000 Iranians have claimed asylum in the UK. Bear in mind that many of these asylum seekers do not show any documentation, so the British authorities cannot even verify who they exactly are. Now, when the head of MI5 has said that there has been, over the past few years, 20 plots that have been foiled, and since then there's been more that has been foiled, to what degree can the IRGC activate some of these individuals who are coming to the country without us even knowing who they are?
So your concern is that there are sleepers within the country who could carry out terrorist attacks, and we know that the Iranians have tried this and that they've tried to murder journalists and so on. The risk is very genuine.
The risk is enormous, but what I described was only at a UK level, because if you go to an EU level, since 2009, 45,000 Iranians have been detected at EU borders, and there are porous borders as well. So, for example, if you look at a country like Turkey that has a visa-free policy with regards to Iran, it means that an Iranian can enter Turkey visa-free, and then he can discard his passport and then seek asylum within the EU. That's incredibly worrying because our intelligence services are not able to verify who they are.
And how many people coming from Iran are likely to be sympathetic to the IRGC? Because a lot of Iranians obviously hate the regime, they want to escape from it, it's brutal. But if you're escaping from Iran, is it quite likely that you've been allowed to and that therefore you may be a sympathiser with the regime?
There would be, if I was to be most optimistic and say the overwhelming majority of these people are opposing the regime, even if you have, say, 20, 30 of these individuals that can pose a security risk and they've not been verified, you cannot trace their source, that is an enormous, enormous security risk, even if it's just 20, 30. It's likely to be, though, much greater number than that.
Even a small percentage of a very large number is quite a lot of dangerous
Absolutely.
people. Thank you very much for coming in and bringing this to our attention.
Thank you.
Let's hope the government can do something about it.
Thank you so much.
Don't hold your breath.